film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, family and crew, creeps and peeps. Today we're looking at Fortress, 1985. This is a television movie for HBO, TVMA, 1 hour and 28 minutes. Directed by Arch Nicholson. Screenplay by Everett DeRoche. From the novel by Gabrielle Lord. Stars Sean Garlick, Rachel Ward, and Elaine Cusick. After being kidnapped for ransom by 4 criminals, a school teacher and her students flee into a cave and build fortifications in anticipation of a decisive battle with their captors. How awesome does that sound? Obviously, this VHS is a Thorn EMI HBO video release from probably right the same year, 1985, down here. Pretty plain Jane. Look how hot she is there with that gun. Women with guns, I tell you. This is previously used as a rental copy. That's obviously somebody handwrote that over there. So obviously this is part of the Thorn EMI HBO video, and then whatever, I forget what they changed it to later. So weird story with this movie is, you ever have that thing from your childhood? You have visuals or memories and things of TV shows or movies, or just there's some sort of image or images in your head that you don't know where they're from, and you have no way of tracking them down. I have like maybe 5 of those, and I've figured out 4 out of the 5. The other ones include like something from Raising Arizona, which I figured out. Something with The Last Picture Show, which I figured out. Something with this movie called the Hug-a-Bunch movie, which is sad, but I figured out. And then Fortress. And there's one more that I don't know if I'll ever be able to figure it out. Nevertheless, I always had this image of seeing something when I was a kid, of a woman with a bunch of kids being chased. And I remember them going into caves. And I remember the woman taking off her clothes and getting into her panties and like diving into the water and like swimming underneath this thing to try and swim underneath and pop up on the other side, something like that. And I just thought it was so strange that this older woman was getting in her panties in front of these children, because it was a teacher and students, as we know now. But I just always had this weird image, and I remember dudes in weird masks. And that's just the basics. I just remember guys in weird masks chasing the woman with some kids. And I remember her swimming in her panties, because I was like really young. It's like, obviously this movie came out in 1985, so it probably would have been on HBO 86, 87, 88. So I'm like less than 10. And so I probably would have seen it somehow during the day when we had like free HBO for a weekend or something. So I remember these images from this movie without knowing what the movie was. And the only way I found out what this movie was from YouTube. I was just randomly watching like one of those Watch Mojo, or I don't know, one of those 10 this and that countdown videos or something. And it was 10, might have been, I don't know if it was Looper or who it was. It was 10 VHS covers that lied to us. And it wasn't this cover they're talking about, but they talked about the movie Fortress, and they showed a different cover. They looked like this big action movie or something. And then then they started going into it, showing clips from the movie, and showed like the guys in the mask trying to kidnap the children, and the woman going swimming. I'm like, holy crap, that's the movie I remember from 30 plus years ago. So that's how I figured out this movie, was just by randomly watching a movie on YouTube, or a video on YouTube. It's like top 10 VHS covers that lie to us, something like that. Look it up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can see clips from this movie. So then I got online. I asked my friend to try and see if we could track down this movie, so he got a copy of it. He put it on Plex for me so I could watch it, and then this popped up on eBay, or I found this on eBay a couple weeks later for like $20 with shipping. So just one of those weird stories. There's only one more movie like that I can't remember. The other ones I figured out. So I'd be curious if I could ever figure out that final one, but we'll go into that another time. And I'll tell the story about maybe the Hug-a-Bunch one, or maybe I'll tell the story about the Last Picture Show if I ever do a VHS on that. Nevertheless, that's my interesting Fortress story. Pretty badass movie, pretty cool. Rachel Ward from the Thornbirds, she's adorable. That's my Fortress story. Pretty cool Thorn EMI HBO video one. I did intend on collecting more of these in 2023. It's 2022 still, and you're probably not seeing this till 2024, maybe late 2023. So we'll see if I actually come through and get more of these Thorn EMIs in the coming year. We'll see. As always, let me know your stories about Fortress. Did you see it on HBO when you were a kid too, and did it haunt your memory for 30 plus years? As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.